The Orphic Hymn titled Nature. Welcome, I am Daisy, your hostess. In my part of the world, at the time of preparing this video, we're about to approach spring. This video is to honor nature through Orphic Hymn attributed to Orpheus himself. Yes, look around. You're not imagining things. We have traveled in time to ancient Greece and have access to ancient sacred text imbued with the power to invoke the very essence of the divine. These texts, which hold ancient wisdom along with mystery and magic, have been passed down through generations. In antiquity, before organized religion as we know it today, these hymns were sung in sacred groves and temples. Orpheus was said to be the son of a muse known as Calliope, the patron of epic poetry, and Ougris, a king of Thrace. Some might argue that it was Apollo. Maybe some of you can look into that. Anyway, according to some legends, Apollo gave Orpheus his first lyre and granted him the gift of musical skills. Orpheus' singing and playing were so beautiful that he mesmerized all within hearing distance, and even animals would move about him in dance. It was his beautiful music that saved the Argonauts from the music of the sirens, which, by the way, if you're interested in the story of the Argonauts, make sure to check out my playlist. Hymns originated in ancient cultures, and they have been used for worship in many religions. The word hymn comes from the Greek word hymnos, which means song of praise. Interesting, how when one looks back at the elements of most of today's structured religions, one can find the breadcrumbs of ancient pagan practices. Singing songs of praise to the Creator is still one that many religions practice. This Orphic hymn is titled Nature, or as the Greek would call it, Phusis, and is part of a collection of 87 short poems composed in either the late Hellenistic period, which is another word for Greek, they said around the 3rd or 2nd BC, or some would say that it's much closer, could be 1st to 2nd AD. Scholars have not come to a certain consensus on where to nail that. Anyway, the hymns were addressed to various deities based on the beliefs of Orphism, which was a mystery cult or religious philosophy. Some may wonder when contemplating on nature, is Gaia and Phusis the same? Essentially, Gaia is like the physical embodiment of nature, whereas Phusis is the underlying order and essence of it. The word Phusis comes from the verb phuin, which means to grow or to appear. And to better understand that concept, for me, I kind of apply common sense, because to grow, understanding what the word means, is more like an action word, while Gaia is referring to a particular thing. Hey, come with me. There's a little trail. You see it? That's where we need to go. It's going to lead to that grove up ahead. Listen. Can you hear that? Can you hear the music? Let's keep our voices down. And if we pay close attention, we will be endowed with ancient magic, and we're going to learn the story of nature. We're going to learn her laws. We're going to learn how she came to be, her power, and if you believe, you will also have her blessing. The Orphic Hymn, Nature, translated from the Greek by Thomas Taylor. Nature, all-parent, ancient, and divine. O much mechanic mother, art is thine. heavenly, abundant, venerable Queen, in every part of thy dominions seen, untamed, all taming, ever splendid light, all ruling, honored, and supremely bright, immortal, firstborn, ever still the same, nocturnal, starry, shining, glorious Dame. Thy feet still traces in a circling course, by thee are turned with unremitting force. Pure ornament of all the powers divine, finite and infinite, alike you shine. To all things common and in all things known, yet incommunicable and alone. Without a father of thy wondrous frame, thyself the Father whence thy essence came. All flourishing, connecting, mingling soul, leader and ruler of this mighty whole. Life-bearer, all sustaining, various named, and for commanding grace and beauty famed. Justice, supreme in might, whose general sway the waters of the restless deep obey. Ethereal, earthly, for the pious glad, sweet to the good, but bitter to the bad. All wife, all bounteous, provident, divine, a rich increase of nutriment is thine. Father of all, great nurse, and mother kind, abundant, blessed, all spermatic mind. Mature, impetuous, from whose fertile seeds and plastic hand this changing scene proceeds. All parent power, to mortal eyes unseen, eternal, moving, all sagacious Queen. By thee the world, whose parts in rapid flow, like swift descending streams, no respite know, on an eternal hinge, with steady course, is whirled with matchless, unremitting force. Throned on a circling car, thy mighty hand holds and directs the reins of wide command. Various thy essence, honored and the best, of judgment too, the general end and test. Intrepid, fatal, all subduing Dame, life everlasting, parka breathing flame. Immortal, providence, the world is thine, and thou art all things, architect divine. O blessed goddess, hear thy suppliant's prayer, and make my future life thy constant care. Give plenteous seasons and sufficient wealth, and crown my days with lasting peace and health.